It's one of the greatest scams I've ever seen pulled in politics. It is scandalous, utterly scandalous, that the government is planning to hand over €675 million in unnecessary VAT cuts to hotels, to restaurants, to fast food chains, when 1 in 5 children are living in poverty. Employment in hospitality is up 6.6% this year. There's 13,200 more people working in the sector than there was 2 years ago. Closures are down 10% year on year. According to the CSO, gross value added increased 14% from 2022 to 2024. None of that suggests an industry in crisis that needs government support. That this is on the agenda for the budget is all purely down to the power of corporate lobbying. It's one of the greatest scams I've ever seen pulled in politics, is to suggest that there's massive crisis and the answer is not targeted supports for those small businesses, some of whom are in crisis. No, it's a massive handout from the state, paid for by the public, paid for by children in poverty, to some of the richest corporations in this country. Since January 2023, the CEO of the Restaurants Association, Adrian Cummins, has 59 entries in the lobbying register. He's met with the Minister for Finance, Paschal Donohoe. He's met with the Minister for Public Expenditure, Jack Chambers, 3 times. And he's met with the Minister for Enterprise, Peter Burke, twice. He's met with Micheál Martin. He's attended Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil parliamentary party meetings and enterprise roundtables. Adrian Cummins can pick up the phone and call the government any time he wants. Can a parent struggling to put food on the table for their family do that? Can a child who's going to bed hungry? No. The government has already worsened child poverty by delaying a living wage for low-paid workers by 3 years. It's refused to abolish sub-minimum wages for young workers despite being told to do so by the Low Pay Commission and the ESRI. It has a people before profit private members bill at committee stage right now that could end this age discrimination and impoverishment of young people at the stroke of a pen. But it refuses to do so because it always sides with the bosses over the workers. This is who Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, the Lowry crew and the other right-wing independents joining the clamour for a VAT cut represent. They all met with Adrian Cummins too, and they don't care about child poverty either. Last week we heard that the government is planning not even to give minimum wage workers the measly 65 cent an hour increase recommended by the Low Pay Commission. It's nowhere near enough to cover the rising cost of living for minimum wage workers. The biggest chunk of minimum wage workers work in hospitality. So now not only is the government planning to screw those workers by keeping them on unlivably low wages, it wants to give their bosses a massive tax cut as well. Where's the money going to go? Adrian Cummins says it's a matter for each business. Translation, it's going straight into their back pockets.